So there's 3 things about lists that we need to know. 4 things, actually. We need to know how to instantiate them. We need to know how to create a list variable. Next up, we need to know how to add items to a list. We need to be able to know how many items are in the list. And we need to be able to retrieve items out of the list. So again, that's pretty much all there is about collections. Everything that I've talked about arrays is still valid. This entire concept of having multiple values in a single variable and having those values be accessible through an address called an index is the exact same concept that we're working with lists. The difference is that we can have as many of those values as we want with lists. I would very much encourage people to write out this program. Maybe screen cap it right now, or once it's available for video, just write it out. And the reason I suggest that is because we have a lot of new syntax here that we haven't used before. We have the list type right here where we have to specify a type. We have our property accessors, which again, we'll talk about in week 6. We have a method that's attached to an object, which is another weird thing that we'll talk about in week 6. So again, we have a lot of new syntax to look at. But we can now accomplish things that weren't previously possible. We could now have as many names as we want. Remember back when I said BuzzNet uses an array to contain all of the messages? Well, that's true mostly. Arrays in JavaScript aren't fixed size. So there you go. It's not like an array in C# where you have a fixed size. So when I say I'm using an array to contain all of the things in BuzzNet, I'm using an array that has or can hold as many values as you want it to. In C#, those are lists. A list is an array where you can contain as many values as you want. It's not fixed by how you instantiate it.